Welcome to the Pretty Cast.
Episode 3.
Toodaloo.
What was that sound you made in the first one?
Choo.
Choo.
It haunts me now.
Does it? That was going to
interesting.
be our transition sound if we were going to wipe things, but I don't think we're going to do that. We're just going to roll.
For people who spend their lives recording their voice one way or another, I still always get uncomfortable hearing my voice back.
Do ya?
I like the sound of my singing voice. I've learned to, I know how to get the sweet spot with that. Podcasting's going to be a new one, I've got to get used to listening to myself talk shit.
Yeah. Just ramble about nonsensical bullshit. Favorite movie ever, Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah, that's a great way to start. So there was this one, when we'd go down and visit our nan and pop in Melbourne, they'd never let us use their internet because they had 3 gigabytes of broadband. They just never
They had
updated.
a mobile phone for 20 years that they used 3 times.
Yeah, they never even kept it on. Defeats the purpose, but we won't go there now.
Story.
So they only had a limited amount of, internet usage, and
you could drain it in 20
smash
minutes.
it.
You could drain it real quick.
We'd smash it. So we got banned. And basically all they had was 3 VCR. They had a pretty good movie collection, but it was our favorite ones was Mr. Bean, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. That's one that really resonated with me. I watched that over and over when I'd go down there by myself. But there was this one time that we went every night. We were there for 10 days. Yeah. And because we couldn't watch any movies on the internet, we just watched Forgetting Sarah Marshall every night to go to sleep.
Over and over and over.
Yeah.
Great film.
Never got sick of it.
Nah, I still watch it probably 2-3 times a year.
And it goes beautifully hand in hand with Get Him to the Greek. Great movie too.
I enjoy that period of Russell Brand movies.
I just really like Russell Brand. Most of the time.
Yeah.
Sparingly.
Probably that and what's another favourite movie? See, I'm a bit of a sucker for the rom-com, but kind of silly holiday.
You're my ideal movie watching companion.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like scary movies.
Yeah, I just like the chick flicks, and when I watch movies and stuff, I'm not analyzing how good it is. I'm just kind of diving into a world and trying to escape life for a little moment,
Is it Crazy Stupid in Love?
I watched that last night.
That's the Steve Farrell and Steve Carell and
Ryan Gosling.
Yes. Oh my God. Cracker
Could
of a
not be
film.
better timing, because this is a great
Cracker
last night for the first time I got my way with the TV, and I was we're watching a chick flick.
Oh. What does Danny normally want to watch?
Star Wars and
Die Hard and shit.
Action
movies.
I don't know,
John
action
Wick.
movie.
Right.
No,
I like John Wick.
Just dark, just generally a bit darker, and it's cool. I don't mind. I watch Star Wars. I like it.
Because Star Wars is so dark.
I loved Lord of the Rings.
Don't worry, don't get me wrong. I like Ozarks.
It's my favorite trilogy.
It's my favorite trilogy. Lord of the Rings. Yeah, big Crystalia fans. Did I tell you? So we started watching Crystalia really early with was it Black Comic White Male or
White Male Black Comic?
White Male Black Comic. And so we used to just watch that repeatedly with my roommates Tones and Sarah, and that was probably about 6 years ago or something like that. Anyway, one of my friends the other day JD tried to show me his phone the other day. He was like, "Oh, have you seen this?" And it was a scene from that. And I was like, no. I let a lot of things slide. But you are not going to be the person who introduced me to this when I know you watched that with us for 2 years straight and you're only just remembering this. No.
We are just we know that particular
that skit.
That's 40 minutes of that little slice of heaven, that Crystalia heaven.
Pure joy.
We know it back to front.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
scared
it's
the
in our daily
alligator's going to
quotes.
take your job.
Doesn't even have any pants on. Yeah.
Princess Bride. Oh. Doozy. Classic.
As you wish. Oh my gosh, but this movie, I have so many thoughts about. This is the perfect.
Iconic.
This is the movie that brings the Dannies of the world and the Pearls of the world together.
Yeah.
Because it's got the perfect amount
Knights
of
and
action,
fighting,
depth, dark,
romance.
good acting. Like,
Yeah.
oh shit! I
Furs.
just dropped my phone.
Oh, it's all right. Probably got glass
Princess
cases.
Bride. It's got something for everyone.
And here's the other thing. Every TV show, like every US sitcom TV show ever, has, in one way or another, referenced the Princess Bride. There is always some reason for a sword fight and for someone to say, my name is Inigo Montoya, you killed my father.
Totally, but
prepare to die.
Isn't that just Shakespeare? Isn't everything just based on Shakespeare?
Oh, yeah, totally. I mean, yes, yeah, we can thank Shakespeare for a lot of things.
Yes.
Can't thank him from Gangnam Style, though.
Could have spared us of that.
Could have spared us that. Wasn't that a thing?
Do you know who Princess Buttercup ended up being?
No, sorry. You tried this with me the other day. It was
Am I doing a
from
John
Game
Dee?
of Thrones. You were like, it's Cersei from Game of Thrones.
No,
we
it's
debunked
not.
that.
Isn't it? No, it's Chicken House Cards.
Oh, this is a new one you've got for me. You
No,
tried to tell
it
me
was never.
that
No,
she was,
Danny tried to
said
tell
she
me
was
so.
Cersei Lannister.
It was
and we were
never
like,
Cersei. We were like, no, it's
no.
not. It's the girl in House of Cards.
Right.
She's a boss bitch as well.
Oh, really?
She she didn't come back to do another season because she wasn't getting paid the same as
that was her?
Kevin Spacey. Yeah.
Oh, true. I didn't realize that was the chick who played Princess Buttercup.
Yo.
That's a gangster move.
I know. And they fucking did it too.
Did they?
Yeah.
Well, Kevin Spacey didn't help him.
Also, she was like
She probably
the
deserved
lead.
it.
She was a lead role. They had equal. That was the thing. It was like we work the same amount. We have equal.
It's absurd. I mean, there are certain things that I guess someone could argue that the pay gap difference could be something that's taken on board. It's not like a personal thing against women, but I'm not.
I don't have to worry.
I'm not going to make that argument because
I
I don't necessarily believe that, but I know that there's the argument out there. But
as a freelancer,
for acting and for music and for entertainment, 100% equal pay because. Yeah, a man's not doing anything in a movie that a woman's not equally putting in as much effort to.
Girlfriend.
Preach, sister.
I don't have a pay discrepancy issue as a freelancer.
Yeah, I'm just happy when I get paid as a freelancer. That sole trader life. You can go up and be anything you want to in life.
But don't.
As long as you know how to pay your taxes.
Yeah. I just don't
You
know
can be that butterfly. As long as you know how to pay them butterfly dollars.
Damn it. I wanted that
Did you want crickets?
one. No.
Oh.
Let's round it back. Let's bring this bad boy
This is going to be
back.
the theme of our show is what are we talking about and how do we get back there?
Well, yeah, we did start this going like, so what should the point of this one
Can
be?
I just actually quickly say something I thought of before based on movies and like John Wicks and stuff like that? Like I personally do not like and I'll tell you why. I don't like it when movies use the dog as an emotional point for you to connect with the movie.
Okay, hang on.
Okay? Or the TV show. Like, here's the thing. If you need an animal and a relationship with an animal to suck me into the TV show because you've made out this whole thing of like, oh, you and the dog are best friends, and then the dog's going to get stabbed by some evil villain or like your family's going to die. Like, I'm just like, you know what? Like, I do not appreciate you bringing a gorgeous golden retriever in, a stunning German shepherd in to get my hopes up that puppers is going to get a good dinner that night and a snug from his dad. Instead, you cut to a scene where someone breaks in, kills the dog, and you're like, oh, that was the point he snapped? Okay. No, don't do that with the dog.
I have never seen a movie where the dog dies. Like, what about the Marley and Me's? Like, okay, so I agree that like you shouldn't make dogs work, but like.
It's not even about making dogs work. Have dogs in movies and TV shows. That's realistic.
Because I love peppers.
Don't suck me in with the scene where the dog is getting the time of his life just because you know that you're going to kill the dog so that I go, that person's justification in this TV show is fully justified now because someone killed a dog. That's how much I love puppies.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. I just want people to rescue puppies.
Yeah. Well, Kyro is a very... Well, we both are. We love animals, but like Kyro works for wires, and like Kyro's one of those people like you can't watch a picture of a a video of an animal being killed?
Nah.
You hate it. You don't even want to talk about it.
No.
Like a bird ran into my I was driving across Australia and like this bird was going along the fucking Nullarbor, like, and the bird hit me. I didn't hit the bird hit me. Like, and then
into your car.
And I'm on the phone to Kyro and I'm like, oh my God, a bird just hit me. And Kyro's just like this silence, like this deep sadness on the other end of the phone, like he just wish he never called me.
Yeah, I was like, don't tell me that.
Yeah, and like he was, and I was personally like,
you were distraught. You were super upset.
offended.
So you and Danny did everything you could. You called wires. You called the RSPCA.
oh
and
no,
you went straight to the local
that was in Tasmania.
vet. Yeah, not the Nullarbor.
This happens to me 3 times. This has happened
you've
to
done
me
this
3
more than
times.
once? Oh, you haven't told me about these ones.
You're talking about Tasmania. I'm talking about the one that happened across the Nullarbor. 3 birds have hit me in my life.
Hit your car.
Yes, they hit me.
That's not you. That's your car.
Yeah.
I get you.
But like, you know how like when
And
it's
the
like,
worst
oh,
part
did
is
you
it's
hit a
like
kangaroo?
remote places near nothing, and it's like the bird had the entire rest of the sky to avoid me.
Yeah, it was stuck to the car.
Oh,
It's really gross. Japes had to fix it.
Oh, that's sad.
Okay, well, we've
Moving on.
finished up
So,
on
yeah.
a fucking... Should we just end it here? Jeez.
No. Let's push on. Let's push forward.
I'm depressed.
No. So this is the pretty cast, by the way. I know we're probably going on 12 minutes in here. You're tuned into episode 3 of the pretty cast. P and I have pretty much covered most things that we feel gives you a little snapshot into the lives and times of K and P Herbert. But I definitely think there's probably a lot of little bit more stories and bits and pieces that are going to come out around the music and around a whole lot of nothing as well. You're just going to get to know us even better.
Sucked in.
Yeah. And if one of us laughs and the other one laughs, and there could be potentially a point during these podcasts where there's just 3 minutes of the other one setting the other one off, because we get in these laugh fits and they can get pretty out of hand. But
It's almost exhausting
it's
sometimes
a great
hanging out with you.
workout hanging out with Pearl, because some of the stuff that comes out of her mouth in pure innocence.
Just like I was saying before, I feel like I need to get this off my chest now, but I have no interest in chili eating competitions. I don't get it. Why would you so I just had like a little Vietnamese roll and no one warned me there was a giant piece of chili in it.
There's always chili in a rice paper roll.
Yeah, but I just didn't
A good
expect
one.
to be so rocked by the experience.
Oh, chili can catch you off guard, no doubt.
It really can. And then I was thinking about how like people actually actively go and do that to themselves. Like,
Yeah.
like they do. Like I love chili, but like people doing chili eating competitions, like, man, how big is your dick? Like, I just drop your pants right now. Let's fucking get this over and done with.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe that should be the new competition. Just smear chili sauce over your penis and see who the last man standing is.
Have you seen that video of the guy who
there's a
rubbed
thing.
chilies on the doorknob and then he went to go pee and then opened the door and he put his hand on his penis and he got a spicy dick.
Oh, Nelly. That would hurt.
Spicy pee-pee.
I've got Dankarub playing sport in and around the regions you don't want Dankarub to get to. And
I've got a story, but I just don't think it's like appropriate to tell you.
Nothing will get you running quicker than
Yeah, I've definitely misused
Dankarub.
Dankarub.
Yeah, Dankarub's and the thing about Dankarub is that it comes in a tube that's similar to toothpaste. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I think Dankarub should have its very own dedicated, anything that heat gel based. You've got to have your own tube so that when I'm trying to brush my teeth at 2 o'clock in the morning, because I've woken up to pee, because you start getting old and you start peeing all the time.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't even pee in the toilet.
Actually, funny story. You know what Kate and I Googled last night, and I thought I had $1 billion idea, was glow-in-the-dark toilet seats. But it's already been done.
Oh, no.
Well, there's these lights you can get, and they're like a sensor light, and it lights up your potty for you, which I thought was genius, because I thought
There is always pee on the floor in my house.
Oh, yes. Well,
Not pointing fingers, but it's not me.
well, you live with 2 boys, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of them says that it's just because he's really tall. Like, so there's he's further from the toilet.
Sit down there.
Anyway. You get old, you start peeing a lot.
to glow-in-the-dark toilet seats. Trust us. The next $1 trillion idea is coming from Herbert and Herbert.
So I'm not interested in chili eating competitions.
What about eating competitions in general?
No.
I think it's a waste of food.
I think it's barbaric in a way. Like it's kind of like, yeah.
Like we don't really have food fights anymore. Although I've been to La Tomatina, the tomato throwing festival, but that's because they grow so many damn tomatoes in some of those small towns that if they don't use them in some capacity to generate income, then
they also do a wine fight. So when I was on tour there last year, I was in Spain in Haro, this little tiny town, and basically
Spain, the world's
at
capital
6
of
a.m.
food fighting.
It's amazing. At 6 a.m. in the morning, you haven't been asleep. Like you've been partying all night.
Yeah.
You stay awake.
You siested the day before. It's fine.
Oh yeah, kind of. It was on like a 10-hour bus trip to where. Anyway, you get up at 6 a.m. like after you've been partying all night, and then you walk up this mountain while all the locals just super soak you in old wine.
Yeah.
And you all wear white, and like the whole town reeks of wine by the end of this day.
Disgusting.
It's disgusting.
You don't know how they get.
But it's the most wholesome fun. Like,
oh, it's great fun.
I just could never imagine something like that happening in Australia. You know,
at La Tomatina, they drive these rubbish trucks down these like tiny little streets that you wouldn't even imagine riding a scooter down. Yeah. And you all have to squeeze up against the walls while these trucks just come through and they just dump tomatoes. Just these big tips, and you just start flinging them at people. They hurt.
I nearly went to La Tomatina. I didn't quite make it last year.
Were you booked in to go? Or it was on at the same time, might try to do it type thing?
No, I just finished the tour like 2 weeks before and didn't really want to
stick around for 2 more weeks. It's a big ask. We did Ibiza and then went to Tomatina. Let me tell you something, that wasn't pretty.
It's not pretty. Traveling in Spain, traveling in Europe, but particularly Spain, like it's just not pretty. It's a very like it's pretty, but you party. And then you got to make the most of it. Actually, I feel like there's a stamina that comes out when you're traveling that you never knew you had. Like,
oh, absolutely.
If I'm like having a night out at home, like the next day I'm not getting out of bed, I'm ordering ramen to my bed. Like I leave the key under the mat, leave him a little direction note being like,
to my bed.
Bring it to the second bedroom on the right.
Yeah.
But then when you're overseas, you're like, like I'll get on a bus at like 6 a.m.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I think your home,
is your oyster.
Your little borough is your little convenience spot. And you
comfort.
become very habitual.
Creatures of comfort.
Right? But when you're paying X amount of dollars to be overseas in another country, you're not sitting in the hotel room every day.
Nah.
There are people that do that. There's the hotel trip where you sit by the pool for 2 weeks. That's not me personally.
No, it's really not me.
No, I'd find that it's just tediously boring.
Yeah, it's the people who sit by the pool. Yeah. It's like you go to Thailand, you sit by the pool. Why?
Swim up pool.
Well, I do get a little, after.
But you're not spending 12 days in there.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. Well, the only reason you swim in the pool is because the ocean's unfortunately disgusting. And you're like, oh, that's a shame. You're like staying in a villa on the beach, but you spend the whole time swimming in the pool because you look at the water in the ocean, you're like, oh, that's not looked after. Oh, that's not pretty.
That's not pretty.
That's not pretty. That's not
that's
pretty.
That's not my name.
That's not my name. That's not my name. Do you want to talk about the first festival we bumped into each other? Pearl used to go to heaps of festivals underage. She had a sick fake ID. I can't remember which one.
I wouldn't say the name. No,
that's fine. I wasn't asking you to. No, but you had one regardless. It was right. It wasn't a scratchy.
No. Yeah, it was like this very lovely girl. She gave it to me 3 times. I lost it 3 times. But we ran into each other on like the street outside World Bar.
Yeah, that's right.
In King's Cross.
At about 4 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday.
Which used to be the most thriving cultural
peak. 400,000 people a weekend.
Yeah.
Cross.
Yeah.
You were probably more like 40, but let's dramatise.
I was 15.
You were 15, 16, and I'd just finished a set at Candies, and I walked out the front, and I went to turn left, and I took a few steps past World Bar, and I took one look in front of me, and there was Pearl.
In a state.
Holding it together pretty well. I was very surprised.
Girl.
Ooh, child.
I could hold it together. I'm very controlled inebriator. Is that the word?
Oh wow. That's a great song title. She's a controlled inebriator.
Who knows what I just said?
It was, I don't know. You sold me. That's fine. Yeah. So Pearly was out the front of World Bar, and I took one look at her, and she took one look at me, and we did a bit of a. And I said to myself, "Well, if you're going to be out, you should probably be out."
Well, yeah. The funny thing was that then he took me downstairs to Candy's, which was great. In my, it was the best possible outcome. Then we got to come home together, didn't we?
Came home.
I think you paid for it, which I was like sick because I only probably went out with like $30.
Yeah, and God knows what job you had at 15.
I think it was Kmart.
Was it Kmart? Did you work at Kmart? Did you?
Worked at Kmart. Worked at Moo Burgers.
I remember Moo. I remember the food ones.
Yeah.
I don't remember Kmart so much.
Kmart was my first job, Bono Junction.
You got me more Dunlop volleys at that time.
Yeah, with my 5% discount card.
And then wife beater singlets. So 16, Pearl, me, King's Cross, 4 a.m. Then we went down to Candy's, probably had a few more drinks, and then would have ventured
Vodka
home.
Sunrises.
But I remember in particular a Stereosonic, us together.
But we went together.
Yeah, we did.
You were playing Kyro and Bomber.
Yeah.
You were playing and we went together. Like we had prees. We went with like...
You were 18 at that point though.
No, I wasn't. I was like 16, 17.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I got in the first day. And I
it was
had
one of the day two ones.
Time of my life.
I remember that. That's right.
And then I didn't get in the second day, but it was okay because I was feeling rubbish anyway. So I was like, I got what I needed to get out on the first day. It was a 2-day festival.
I don't know if we played the first day.
Yeah, you didn't. That's why you were like having a chill day and I was like not.
Oh, because
and you were playing the next day to play.
I hated the 2 days.
And then
I didn't hate it. But it was like if you went on the first day and had to play the second day, not as many people necessarily. It was still sick. Don't get me wrong. The V10s were the business. But I think a lot of Aussies would have gone full steam ahead day one.
Yeah, like me.
Forgetting it's a marathon.
Like me.
Yeah.
But I was like 16. So I was like,
that's an excuse. You've never really done that before. So you would have understood. Yeah, 2 days. That was a big ask.
But then I didn't get in the second day, so it all worked out.
Oh, you came out with us though, didn't you?
Yeah, to Homebush.
And what was it? They didn't believe your ID.
No, I got singled out. They were like, they didn't even wait. Like a security guard just came up to me as we were walking in, being like, took my ID. Okay. It's fine.
Because that was the first or second or third time you'd gotten that particular ID taken.
Oh,
my
gosh.
favourite one is, my favourite one is, it doesn't matter now because the bar's gone, doesn't exist, but World Bar. The World Bar the night when they found out that you weren't you on your ID because you tagged yourself in the fucking World Bar photo album as Pearl Herbert in all these pictures. And then like the next weekend they came back, they were like,
To be fair, that's not really what happened. The owner knew who I was because we're all mates. Like you were a DJ, so like we knew all the owners and stuff, and everyone kind of knew that I was Kyro's little sister. So, but yeah, I don't think this is incriminating anymore because the bars don't exist. So.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and God
I
knows
got
you
kicked
weren't the
out.
first or only person to ever get into a bar.
Certainly
underage.
not, mate.
Yeah.
It's an Olympic sport, though.
It is. I remember my scratchy. The problem was I was older than most of the kids in my year by 6 months or something because heaps of them were underage. Or like the
Yeah, you got lucky. I was a year younger.
So I was June. So I was 18 in the middle of year 12, which wasn't good. Wasn't great. Well, actually, no, the World Cup ruined that more than actually me being 18. The World Cup ruined my HSC conspiracy. Because it was on. Fucking 6 weeks. And I watched every game.
That's right. I used to
think
get up and watch it
year
too.
12 examinations should be held before anything like the Olympics, the World Cup,
or just like
or
when
the
your
curling
parents
championships in Canada.
Just like when your parents like get divorced and you're going through your HSC, you get special credit.
Do ya?
Yeah. That's why I was real pissed off. So backstory, Mum and Dad broke up. So I dropped out of school just before going back to year 12.
Yeah, end of year 11.
Then Mum and Dad broke up in like June, April, May or like something like that. They broke up and then we were like, why is this? And then they was kind of alluded to the fact that they were going to wait till I'd finished school. But
But they didn't.
But
you didn't finish.
But I
school.
didn't finish school. So I left school being like, I'm going to go tackle the world. Like, I know exactly what I want to do and I'm already doing it and I've got myself together. Like, I'm one of the most I've got all my shit together.
Right.
I'm a 17-year-old with my shit together. Like, I'm already working in the industry that I'm going to work. All this like fucking hyped energy. And then they divorced and I was like,
Wop, 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 wow.
yeah.
Spanner works.
So basically what I'm saying is I wish I should have stayed in school. I would have gotten special credit.
Well, it would have kept them together for a year.
Oh, so it's my fault
no,
now?
No, I'm joking. I'm absolutely joking. It probably wouldn't have.
All right.
I'm not pinning any of that on you at all.
So thanks for listening to our third episode of the Pretty Cast.
Hope you're enjoying it so far. We'll be back with another episode shortly. Stay tuned, and until then,
Catch up with you later.
ciao.